Bruised, battered, and broken children flood Cambodia's cities, villages, and fields. Many children watch their mom and dad wither away and die from the effects of AIDS. Some watch as their mom and dad sign papers and accept money, selling them like some commodity. Many carry bruises that will never go away, proof of parents or relatives who did not understand love. Occasionally, children wait for mom or dad to return home. After 3, 5, or even 25 days, neighbors take the abandoned children to the local police. A land of few opportunities offers little hope for orphaned, abandoned, and disadvantaged children. Here's 3 exceptions. 3 children without parents, without love, without hope. But circumstances led each child to a place of love and acceptance, a place offering hope and a future. Parents abandoned Sokran and her 3 younger siblings. After living with a series of families, they were all taken to the Unicas orphanage. Soti doesn't remember his childhood. He does remember the streets. That's where police found him. They promptly took Soti to the Unicas orphanage. Sakun lived with a grandmother in the countryside. Like most young boys, he took the family cow to the dry rice fields each day. One day, Sakun ventured off the path. A landmine threw hot shreds of steel into his body. One leg was amputated. Grandma decided that a boy with one leg had nothing to offer. She sent him packing. Through a variety of circumstances, Sakun also found a welcome mat at the Unicas orphanage. 3 bruised, battered, and broken children, abandoned, orphaned, and useless. Over the next 6 years, these 3 children experienced family who loved them, accepted them, and valued them. They learned to read and write. They grew vegetables, learned to dance, went to school, played games, ate 3 meals every day, learned to get along with other people. Each learned about a God who loved them, died for them, and desires to have a relationship with them. Each made a personal decision to accept God's offer of forgiveness and eternal life. Sokran finished grade 8. She developed great sewing skills, learned to teach Sunday school, and learned how to take care of the younger children. Sakun was too old to enter secondary school, but he still learned to teach children and adults how to read and write. He also learned to teach Sunday school, music, art, and English. On Sundays, he led the worship team, playing drums, guitar, and the recorder. Soti stopped school after completing grade 8. Soti loved to work in the gardens. He asked lots of questions and worked very hard. He decided he wanted to be a farmer. By 2003, all 3 had become young adults. All 3 had a pretty good idea of the skills and talents that God had given them. Circumstances brought each of them to the Jampa team in Soban. Soti lives on project property. He works with the community development coordinator to implement productive agriculture activities. In the process, Soti learned some low-tech but cutting-edge technologies that could help improve the quality of life for many poor farmers. Soti has helped local villagers plant gardens, mix compost, treat plant diseases, and build pig pens. He loves children and often teaches them about Jesus. Sakun is the coordinator for all Jampa education activities, both for children and for adults. He currently teaches literacy, English, art, music, Bible, and sports classes. He and the Jampa doctor prepare practical health presentations for village families. Sokran is a more recent addition to the Jampa activities. She and Sakun fell in love while at Unicas. They were married just meters from what was to become their home and workplace. The 2 are resident caretakers of Place of Peace, Jampa's Center for Families Living with HIV/AIDS. Sokran plans balanced meals and purchases food in the local market. She visits and encourages parents and children each day. Sakun and Sokran make sure adults fulfill their work responsibilities and children perform their daily chores. They monitor relationships between families and provide spiritual leadership for all. God has given Sakun, Soti, and Sokran incredible gifts. Each has decided to use those gifts to serve the needs of other people. As they give themselves to God, God continues to mold them into hardworking, loving, and compassionate young vessels. 3 broken jars, now repaired and given a new life. In the village of Soban, they are surrounded by many other broken people. Sakun, Soti, and Sokran now point these broken lumps of clay to the loving hands of the master potter.